another A-D-Y-L. Alien Dominate Your Life. Let's get it in today. I am loving today's topic. But before we get anywhere near the topic, we're going to do what we do every day. We are going to promise ourselves that all day long, we are going to be thankful and grateful for this beautiful day, for an opportunity yet again to wake up and enjoy the greatness that is before us. People, listen to me. Today's topic is beautiful. I just got off a conference call. Every Monday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, I'm on a call with some of my business leaders, and we go in. We talk about some great topics, and here's the thing we talked about today. I said, guys, I've got something for you today. I want to talk about a word that I couldn't stop thinking about all evening yesterday. I want to talk about a word that was in my mind all evening yesterday, and it is the word resolve. It is the word resolve. You see, what happened yesterday? The Baltimore Ravens won the Super Bowl. Champions of the world, baby. And I start saying to myself as I drive home from a friend's house with my wife, and I'm thinking to myself, she's sleeping in the car next to me, and I start saying, man, you know, what is it? What was it that let the Ravens win this game? What was it that put the Ravens on top? What was it that allowed them to take over and win this game? And I said, well, there's a word, there's something, and the word resolve popped into mind. See, because I understand something, guys. I understand that this wasn't a one-game win, you see? And let me tell you why. Because I start thinking of the word resolve. And what is resolve? What is resolve? So I look it up. I say, I have an understanding of resolve, but let me look up the exact definition. And it goes something along the lines of to make a definite decision, right? Right? So ultimately, that's what that is. You know, to resolve that something will happen, to make a definite decision. Did you hear that word definite in there? That definite decision. So I start saying to myself, you know, when did that decision get made? I start saying to myself, was it made on Super Bowl Sunday? Was the decision to win the big game made hours before they took the field? And of course not. See, I'm a believer that the decision, I'm a believer that resolve was found initially months before. I'm a believer that it didn't start with the players. It started with maybe even the coaches, right? Maybe before any of the players were at training camp, the coaches resolved to win the big game. So they talked about it. They decided it would happen. And then they committed to putting things in motion. Now listen to me, I didn't say they talked about it, they put things in motion and then decided. I'm telling you that they talked about it, they decided, they resolved it would happen, and then they started putting things in motion. So in my mind, I would assume that they went now to the big dogs. They went to the Ray Lewises, they went to the Rices, the Flaccos, the Reeds. They went to the big dogs and they said, all right guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to win the Super Bowl this year, baby. And then they said, do you resolve that this will happen? And in my mind, I see them all saying, oh, you know, we got this, coach. And then what happened? You see, I believe in my mind that what happened next was that these big dogs, they took it to the rest of the team. And they shared it with the rest of the team. And the rest of the team resolved that it would happen. You see, and then they played the preseason. They played in the regular season. They win some, they lost some, but they resolved that it would happen. They made a decision, a commitment that it would happen, and they were forced every single day to once again resolve that it would happen, even when they lost the game, even when there was an injury, even when Ray Lewis was thought to be out for the season, even when Ray Lewis said, this is it, 17 years, I retire after this, they had to resolve to do it again. See, when things look so low, when things appear to not make it, when everybody said they're the underdogs, there's no way they're going to win this game, they had to resolve to make it through. When everything struck, when they got to the Super Bowl, when they got through media day, when all the media was telling them, you're the underdogs. When the media asked Joe Flacco and started telling Joe Flacco about how he should be throwing the ball, Joe Flacco said, if you're going to tell me how to throw the ball, I'm not listening. You see, Joe Flacco said, if you're going to tell me how to do what I've trained my whole life to do, I'm not listening. And then what happened? They get on the field with one intent. Listen to me, they got on the field with one intent. It wasn't to be at the Super Bowl. Listen, let's be clear about this. You see, the Ravens didn't go to New Orleans to hang out. They didn't go for media day. They didn't go to pad up. They didn't go to be on the field. They went to win. Months and months and months before, they had resolved that that is what they do. And then I start thinking to myself, well, how did it play out? 28-6. Why are those numbers important? 28-6. I start thinking to myself, at 28-6, what was going on? Well, here's what was going on. You see, the Ravens were full of emotion, full of passion, full of excitement, full of urgency. The Ravens had all the momentum on their side. They were doing it like no one imagined they'd come out and do it. And then the power went out. See, if you watch the game, you know at 28-6, the power went out. Just under 2 full quarters of football left, the power went out. And for around 20 minutes, the power was out. Listen to me now. Focus. Bring this into your life now. For about 20 minutes, the power went out. And what happened? I'm going to tell you what I saw. You see, I saw a Ravens team who had fire in their eyes. I saw a Ravens team who had momentum in their heart slowly turn to smiles. You see, I saw the clips of the Ravens on the sideline, and people started smiling, and people were sitting down, and people were kind of just, stretching a little bit and doing what they needed to do. But here's the thing. I didn't want those smiles. I wanted that excitement. I wanted that passion. I wanted that urgency. I wanted that fire. So now what happens, when you come out to a football game, guys, either team has an opportunity to create the momentum that's going to dominate that game. And that's what the Ravens did, but at 28-6, the power went out. So what does that do? It doesn't change the score. Listen to me, let me be clear. It didn't change the score, but it changed the opportunity. You see, what it did was, once again, it gave somebody else an opportunity to resolve. You see, it gave somebody an opportunity to resolve that they would now snatch that momentum. So the 49ers went in. The 49ers went in and they resolved that they would snatch that momentum. But here's the key. Here's the key. You can't make just a one-day decision. Listen to me, people. This is important. You can't make a one-day decision. You got to make an everyday decision. You see, so many of us want success that we think that if we decide today to have success, we'll have it tomorrow. But baby, that's a lie. You see, if you want to be successful in life, you got to get it in every single day. You got to commit when everybody else is not. You got to go harder than ever before. You got to make other people feel like, what in the world are they doing? So now let me bring you back. Let me bring you back because I watched Ray Lewis. And I said, my goodness gracious. I watched Ray Lewis, the final drive of the 49ers. What happened? This man was hired to be the defense. This man was hired to lead the defense. This man was hired to do a job. And the last series Ray Lewis ever plays in his life is in the Super Bowl at a goal line stance. The last series is at the Super Bowl at a goal line stance. And he and his defense stopped the 49ers. And the Ravens go on to win the Super Bowl. Listen to me. Why did that happen? Because they resolved that no matter how many injuries, no matter how many people told them they were underdogs, no matter how many times it seemed like it would never happen, no matter how many obstacles came, no matter how many times the lights went down and the other team started catching up to you, they resolved that they would win the Super Bowl, that they would be the world champions. So today I challenge you. I challenge you to go in. I challenge you to resolve. I challenge you to decide. I challenge you to live life with passion, excitement, and urgency. And folks, I challenge you to alien dominate your life because no one has the power to defeat a dream that was placed into your heart, because before the dream went in your heart, the tools necessary to accomplish it were already placed there. Let's get it in. God bless you. Congratulations to the Baltimore Ravens. We love you. God bless you. ATY, Bill Gerdes.